In Skagway Cruise Port, I went to Lower Reid Falls on my own. Let's take a look at what it was like for me. I'll show you what it was like from the cruise ship to going to downtown Skagway and finding the shuttle pickup location. And then what it was like from the shuttle drop-off in front of the Gold Rush Cemetery. And then it's a walk through the cemetery and then through the forest to the waterfalls. The trailhead for Lower Reid Falls is at the Gold Rush Cemetery, so the cemetery is your starting point. I got off the cruise ship around 3:20 in the afternoon, and then I was back at the cruise port just after 5 p.m. So this was an activity of a little less than 2 hours. You can also walk from Skagway Cruise Port to the Gold Rush Cemetery in Lower Reid Falls, and it will take around an hour one way. There is a downtown Skagway shuttle that loops around town, and this is different from the shuttle that goes to the Gold Rush Cemetery. So you'll want to confirm with the driver that you're getting on the Gold Rush Cemetery shuttle, and this will take you to the Lower Reid Falls trailhead. These are both paid shuttles, which you can pay in cash once on the shuttle. I have gotten smaller bills from guest services on the cruise ship. You can do a search for something like Gold Rush Cemetery Shuttle or Skagway Smart Bus, so you can go to the shuttle website to confirm current details. Once on the website, look for the menu, and then go to Cemetery and Waterfalls, and then you'll get the details. So the range is for $5 one way and $10 both ways. And then there's more further down. If you want to be sure the shuttle will be running, it says you can call. So you can pick up the Gold Rush Cemetery shuttle at the Mascot in downtown Skagway, so you can look for the Mascot Saloon on Google Maps. How long it will take to walk there from the cruise ship will depend on where exactly you're docked. You can find out exactly where your cruise ship will dock by going to the Cruise Line Agencies of Alaska website and looking for Skagway. On this particular day, I was docked at the Broadway dock, which is the closest to town. So now, to give you an idea of what the timing might be like when you go to Lower Reid Falls by shuttle, let's start the time at 0 from the moment I walked off the cruise ship. So in less than 10 minutes, I was at the Klondike Gold Rush National Historical Park Visitor Center, which you can consider to be the start of the main area of town. Then, just a few minutes further is the Mascot, and you'll look for the sign to know that you're at the shuttle stop. So about 5 minutes after I arrived at the shuttle stop, a shuttle came around. It was the town shuttle, and the driver said the cemetery shuttle would be coming soon. And shortly after that, another shuttle came, and I confirmed with the driver that the shuttle was going to the Gold Rush Cemetery, and I got on the bus. And in about 10 minutes, I was dropped off at the Gold Rush Cemetery. Before you start the trail back, stop by to read some interesting stories about Skagway's most famous people during the Gold Rush days, including Soapy Smith. Once you're ready to get started, you'll follow the paved path to make your way to the Gold Rush Cemetery, which is also the way to Lower Reid Falls. And then you can have a little walk around the cemetery, and then there's a trail in the back that goes into the forest that will take you to the waterfalls. Once you're in the forest, it's like a 5-minute walk to the waterfalls. Let's take a look. So it actually took less than 5 minutes through the forest to get the first real glimpse of the waterfalls. Now let's have a look around the waterfalls. And my last glimpse of the waterfalls was around 4:15, so I ended up spending around 20 minutes in the Lower Reid Falls area. And now back through the forest. And now the wait for the shuttle back to town. While I was waiting, the White Pass train went by. So I waited for the shuttle for around 25 minutes. And then once on the shuttle, I was back to town in less than 10 minutes. And then back at the cruise ship in another 10 minutes or so. I've been to Skagway 6 times by cruise ship, so visit the blog for more ideas of things to do in Skagway. The blog is called My Perfect Alaska Cruise.